What's going on, everybody? My name is Eric Biggs, and this is Two Bubs, One And with me are some very jolly little fellows.
He called you little.
That's nice.
I know, I'm very kind.
You're adorable.
I'm the queen. Wow.
You definitely are a queen. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Matt Butera.
Brent Bradley. And we're here to decide who the cringiest of us all are.
Well, we've decided I'm a queen, so.
You're starting off hot. You know what I mean?
Hey, I got laughs from the producer, so fucking
Oh no,
it's
he was
working.
laughing at me, not you. Yeah.
That's never happened.
There's video evidence and audio evidence.
There's no proof JP's even here. This might all be a laugh track.
He doesn't actually even exist.
Keep your voice in there.
This is the Big Bang Theory. That's ghost talking.
Yeah, it's like he's the narrator.
Yeah, it's
Just a disembodied
I
voice.
never watched it, so.
yeah. Is that a lot of those shows have like laugh tracks?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they use laugh tracks from like back in the 50s. So it's
Yeah.
like technically you're hearing dead people laugh
Really?
because a lot of the people from the 50s are probably dead now.
You think so?
From the on what part?
Yeah, if you were born in the 30s and you
Oh, no,
did the laugh track.
I wasn't being serious. Yeah.
I
Well,
wasn't sure.
It's hard to tell when you're joking and when you're being serious.
Okay.
Your face always looks a little confused. You're always looking like we just gave you a puzzle.
I was just looking at your face thinking I don't like how your mustache and your like goatee like touch if you like pinch your lips together.
When do I pinch my lips together?
Like you
Oh,
went
do it
like
now.
this. You went
I don't know what you
went
mean.
like that. Or you're like me like I don't like that. At
I
all.
don't do that.
And
The man,
well,
the
you
myth,
just
the
did it.
mustache.
Yeah, because you asked me to do it.
No, you did it before that. That's what made me think of it. Yeah, so you're
Yeah,
doing it right
really?
now. Yeah. And and what I was thinking about was like it'd be funny if your wife like braided your beard together while you were sleeping. So then when you woke up,
Yeah, but
you
we
couldn't
know
open-
he's
It was like
snoring.
oh, that would kill him. Oh fuck.
Yeah, no, I have a mask on.
Wouldn't it be funny if Matt died?
Oh my god. Okay, Bubba.
You know what's really fun?
What?
Making awkward inside jokes on a podcast that we can't talk about.
It's all right. Over enough time, the audience will feel like they're part of
They're
it.
gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna let it slip. Also, you do look like you're in a romper.
I like it.
Being in a romper or just the fit?
We're just wearing jean shorts and making this video look like shit.
No, I think I wouldn't be opposed to wearing a romper. I want to be in shape when I do it, but I wouldn't be opposed to wearing a romper. If they had a romper with a collar, like a polo shirt.
But would you want your romper to be as short as like a woman's romper would be? So it's like upper thigh.
If
Right?
I'm in shape, then yeah. I want it because I want my legs to pop.
All right, but at the current weight that you are now.
Hilarious.
Yeah. What's
This
the,
is the best time, if we're being honest.
Yeah. What is the acceptable short length?
Not
Longer
this.
than that.
Yeah.
Because I got some 4-inch inseam shorts for the like swim trunks for the beach. Trip I'm going on.
Well, when you're on vacation, you can wear fucking Speedo. Who gives a shit?
I hope you
Yeah.
don't
Now, if
wear
it's like
Speedo.
around people
Yeah.
you know, see, I would wear longer shorts, like around people I know. That if I'm at the beach where people don't know me, fuck you.
Oh well.
Give a
Oh, I
fuck.
think you were saying the opposite.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going
no.
with a bunch of buddies, and that's why I'm like, I'm gonna wear
Oh yeah,
Shorter
that-
shorts.
even funnier at that
because
point.
they're gonna be like,
Wear
"You
a
fucking
Speedo."
homo. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
wore.
then like snap it to the thing where you're like snap.
Yeah, I had bought a what's that stupid movie? My wife.
Borat?
Yeah, Borat had a thong.
Oh, one of the ones that went over your shoulders.
Yeah, I had that the last time I was fat. I wore that a lot.
The last time you were fat.
Yeah, I was fat one other time. It hasn't been just straight fat.
It's been
my
a
whole
lot of
life.
times.
It hasn't been straight fat. No, it's been 3 times in my life. But
As a child.
yeah, I was fat.
As a
once.
child,
Yeah, in the 4th
as a
grade.
teenager, and as an adult.
Yeah,
3 times.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, what's your short length? Like,
For me, or if I'm
For
gonna
you.
judge people, like if I'm gonna wear shorts.
yeah, you're going and buying shorts. What is
Right now, I'm
I
gonna
can't
wear
wait for
shorts.
him to answer this. Go ahead.
I feel like it's mid shin.
They make Jinko shorts.
He wants
I
to wear
really need a
capris.
spot
Yeah,
to
he's
put my
wearing-
rollerblades.
Capris or longer.
If you put on a chain wallet, you'll be his hero.
Oh, I really would be.
Oh my god, my wife
I would
today,
come to your house and do anything for you.
My wife today goes, "Hey, if I buy you like a silver chain, like a silver necklace, would you wear it?" And I was like going out with you to dress up or all the time? She was like, "Oh, like going out to dress up." I was like, "Yes, going out to dress up."
Yeah.
All the time? No. I couldn't. I was like, I can't just become a chain guy. Like I'd get crucified. Dude, I feel like we're at this point where
Yeah.
we've like been around each other long enough and in the scene long enough where like if you tried to make like a fashion change,
Adjustment, yeah.
it would just not like now we have to do this forever.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm a mid-level jewelry guy.
Yeah, I'll wear a I don't wear a watch. I don't know why. Watches bug me. I'll wear a bracelet. Like my wife bought me a bracelet
Yeah.
that matches like my wedding ring, so I'll wear that going out and I'll wear earrings. But that's about.
Yeah, I have a bracelet and watch, but they don't fit my wrists. Or else I'd be wearing them more often, yeah.
Yeah.
Matt seems. Did you used to be a skull ring guy? You
Oh, I
seem
still
like
have
a
it.
skull ring
Yeah.
guy.
He didn't
Yeah.
used to be. He
Yeah, he still is.
recently tried to be a skull ring
I still
guy.
wear them. I still wear them every once
Just
in a while.
not around people.
So you remember Carter when he came down to visit my friend
Yeah.
Carter from the north? When he was down here, he bought a skull ring.
Where did
He
you buy
brought
it?
it home. I don't remember where he got it, but he put it on and he like
The Harley
walked
Davidson
out.
shop.
And I saw him and I was like, "You're not that guy, bub. You're not that guy."
Yeah.
And he looks at it and he was like, "Man,
I was afraid.
I really thought I could be a skull ring guy." He goes like, "But I can't. This is bad."
Yeah.
When you came to my boy's birthday party,
Uh-huh.
I was wearing skull rings and my
Oh yeah, you were.
and you didn't say anything, so I was like, good, this will be acceptable.
And your what? What was this?
My cock ring.
You can't see it. You can't put in a cock ring if you can't see your own dick, dude. And
Yeah.
I know your wife doesn't like you enough to put it in, so.
You don't need to see your dick to put a cock ring on. Are you kidding me? Have you ever put a cock ring on?
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I was like, that seems like Eric doesn't know how cock rings get put
No.
on.
I'm not gonna lie, whenever we started this, I was thinking about the piercing, not the actual cock ring.
Like a Prince Albert.
That's it. That's what my brain was going to.
You really are a queen. You really are.
Okay.
You were thinking about a penis.
You were
Well,
talking,
we're talking about
cock
cock
rings.
rings,
What
so-
the fuck are you talking about?
I really thought you were about to have a good point because I was like, I see where he's going with this.
No, I
And then
was.
you were like,
in my brain, I was going where you thought I was going to go, and then it came out differently. Which is what happens about 98% of the time.
I was like,
We have
dude,
the-
Matt
we have the
might be
for
able
this
to be
episode.
like, you might be able to get Eric as the auntie in this episode,
Yeah.
and then he was like getting ready to shoot the free throw and became Shaq.
yes, that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, we call him Angel Reese the way he's missing shots.
Oh no!
I do flip out like her, too. Shit.
Matt is an angry black woman inside.
Oh, girl, what you mean?
Oh my god.
Wait, you asked me a question. What was it?
Oh, right
Shorts.
before the pod.
Oh
Shorts.
yeah, I never answered the question.
Yeah, you never
again.
answered the shorts.
So I like right about here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just above my knee a little bit. I got a tattoo right here, so I got like to hang out just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went mid-thigh when we walked, the last time we walked.
I wasn't mid thigh.
So you're a fucking liar.
It was like right here.
That's mid-thigh.
No, I'm taller than that. It was like
Oh,
right
no,
here.
it was higher than that. Yeah.
It was not higher than that.
It was, and they were also orange.
I
So
don't own orange shorts.
they
I don't
were
know
off
what's
color.
wrong with
They
you.
were different color.
colorblind.
I love how fast he backpedals. they were orange. They weren't orange. They were a different color.
You are an unreliable witness. To remind me that if I ever get in trouble and you're the only witness, to not let them put you on the stand.
Call me, give me a
I would
briefing.
rather have no witness than Matt as a witness because he'd get cross-examined and just flip on me like, yeah, he killed that guy for sure.
Yeah.
No, but the point was, you were wearing mid-thigh shorts.
No, to me, mid-thigh is like up here. You know, in the middle of your thigh.
Yes, and that's where they were.
I don't own a pair of shorts.
No, you
Somebody
do. I
pull
wish
up
there was
picture.
a. Yeah, please. Show replay. Yeah.
All right, go home, put on the shorts. Send JB a sexy little photo in the mirror. You looking scandalous.
You definitely were. Because I was surprised that you were wearing them, to be honest with you. But we're always nice to each other during our walks. So I was like, I'm not going to be a dick to him about it. Yeah. But I was shocked to see
Do you guys have a
that.
gay little thing that I need to know about?
Sometimes.
Or-
Sometimes.
It's been a little while.
We haven't walked for a while.
No, we haven't.
We
I
haven't
think
gone
it's,
walks.
Well, we
it's
know.
been too
He's
hot.
Been napping.
But I've been what?
You've been napping.
And now's when we really got to start walking. You're in that weight loss challenge. It's going to be hot. Get some
Yeah.
stuff going on.
Yeah.
For sure.
We're going to have an in-home gym soon.
Man will have a heart attack and die. Then he gets cremated and wins the weight loss challenge. Matt weighing in at 27 ounces.
Now, sadly, I would be in like 5 urns.
Yeah, it'd still be like 10 pounds.
It's like a 5-gallon bucket that you see in like a guy's garage. Just filled up with
My wife
dust.
go to Matt's house, it's just a Home Depot bucket.
Oh, people bucket on the
They'll have the
fireplace.
cat shit in it. The kid using it as a cat box.
Yeah.
She's shitting in it. She's like, wouldn't it be funny if I shit in you?
Some guest comes over, he's cleaning out the fireplace, and he's like, I guess the ashes go up here.
Okay, I gotta tell you a story. I used to work in like insurance roofing restoration in Denver. And so we were out surveying a roof, trying to get an estimate together. And you know, they've got like exhaust pipes on roofs, right?
Yeah.
Where your sewage exhaust and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so you got to measure all that shit. One of the guys on our crew is like looking over the pipe, which don't ever
Wild.
do that. It's like
Wild.
staring into a gun.
Yeah.
That's fucking a dumb idea. And he just gets just like puffed with smoke.
Oh.
And it took us all a minute to realize that we were on a crematorium, and he 100% was above the fucking furnace exhaust. So for sure, he's haunted now.
Yeah.
Like,
That's hilarious.
I don't think I could ever sleep right again if I knew I inhaled dead people.
Yeah, you just got puffed
For
on
a
by a
job?
dead guy.
Fuck.
Yeah. What's the worst job you've ever had? You've had a lot of weird jobs. You told me the other day you were a fucking welder for a while.
Really? I welded for a while.
You are white trash, dude.
I've had so many fucking jobs. What's my worst job? Oh, I used to load turkeys at a turkey farm.
Oh, that fucking sucks, dude.
Wait, like they're alive and you load them
Yeah.
onto the
So-
machine before they
Yeah.
get their head cut off or something?
No, you're like loading them onto
we're at the
trailers.
actual farm where they raise these motherfuckers. So if in the Midwest, it's real big. You probably haven't ever seen one, but they're like, it's a building that's 1 story, probably 40 yards wide, 100 yards long,
Yeah.
and there's like 10,000 fucking turkeys in there. So they get them as chicks, and then they grow up in this building. And then when they're big enough, you load them into the semis, and they take them to like Tyson or wherever to get processed.
Yep.
So to do that, they have this like conveyor belt thing. They back this machine in to the doors of the building, and it raises up and down. And you know, on the turkey semis, there's cages. So it's a conveyor belt. You'd have fucking turkeys are stupid as fuck. So you just have 2 brooms in your hand, one in each hand. You just go like this, and they would run away into the fucking loader. You could just carried away to their death,
Yeah.
and then you'd be at the top. There's a very specific way you had to do it. You had to grab the turkey by the head, you wrenched it over so it was on its like touching its spine, grabbed it by the ass, and fucking chucked it. Because if you didn't, you'd get fucking clawed.
Yeah.
I had one once come out, and I was loading one in, and I turned around. This fucker had jumped up, and his talon came down like right below my eye.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck! And I drop kicked this turkey off the top of a fucking semi.
Yeah.
And then it just floated to the ground. It was like, and fucking walked away. I was so fucking mad. I was like,
that turkey deserves to live.
Nope,
Sure.
I ate that turkey.
Yeah.
One of the owners of the fucking farm was loading with me, and he was like, "You can eat that one if you want." I got to kill it and take it home.
Yeah, dude. There was a turkey farm that one of our professors in college, her husband ran, and she would hire kids from the tech school to come out and work the turkey farm. And just all the time, my one buddy that worked out there all the time, he'd come in and it would just look like he got into a fucking knife fight. He's like, yeah, I got fucking timed real hard. But he's like, yeah, I just grabbed it by the neck and fucking swung it around. So we had turkey last night.
Where they would bite you, they'd be assholes sometimes. They'd bite me in the ass. So I turn around, I fucking hit it in the head with the end of the broom.
Yeah.
And it would be like, fucking like have a seizure, and they would just get up and be fine. They're fucking dinosaurs. It's crazy. But it was the shittiest job because it was hard work. It's fucking.
It smells
stunk.
like shit. It's
You had to
so
wear a
hot.
mask because there's so much dust. But
Yeah.
they paid you. This was in 2001,
Yeah.
right? I was making $20 a load.
Jesus.
And so
You were like 14.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Shit.
So we would make $20 a load. We could load a semi-trailer if we were booking it in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So we could make $60 an hour. And it was
Yeah.
fucking great.
Yeah.
But gotta put the trash out. I'm gonna forget to do it again this week now. My wife's gonna kill me.
2 bubs.
And nothing was creepier than I would go out and help clean the feeders and shit like that. Nothing was creepier than being there late at night, and you'd be in this building with 10,000 fucking adult turkeys,
Yeah.
and then they'll sit there and they'll just go, and one will start going, and then all 10,000 will join in. It's so fucking loud and creepy, and you're like, shut the fuck up. Because if they all decided, became sentient, we're like, we're gonna fuck kill this guy. Dead.
Yeah,
for sure.
for sure.
10,000 turkeys just fucking attack you.
Yeah, they just claw you to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? You have a worse job?
Hey,
What?
one man, 10,000 turkeys.
And the turkeys are sentient and know they're trying to kill you?
Yeah,
You're dead.
for sure.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, no chance.
There's no way you could be super fat. I mean, say you had.
You would be super fat. We know.
What if I ate all 10,000 of those turkeys?
He looks like a Looney Tunes cartoon. Ah!
I said super fast. All right.
You didn't. But
I meant no. That's what I meant
we
to
know
say.
you meant to say.
So this is
No,
the
I'm
thing,
saying
though.
if you
In this scenario, you'd have to be in the building,
Yeah.
right? And 10,000 turkeys take up every square inch of that building. You're kicking them out of the way to walk through. So even if you're running away, you're just
What if you got into a corner and they were coming at you? Yeah, that's too many. All right, forget it.
because they just filled up the whole area.
Yeah,
yeah. Maybe.
If you had unlimited endurance,
And you were outside, you could run away from 10,000.
no, I'm saying just punching them and kicking them.
I would say maybe if you had a bat. And
Maybe,
that's-
but even at that,
that's still
you
a
could hit them
strong-
in the body and they wouldn't die. They'd still keep coming. You'd have to be perfect shot in the head
Yeah.
to end that thing.
Well, because my thought was the only thing you could do is you could just swing back and forth, but you're going to get tired before 10,000 turkeys do.
Since we're talking about birds, so last weekend at my show in Gerald,
These two birds got kicked out.
Yeah, this one bird kept on clucking while I was on stage. And I said, you shut up, little lady.
Yeah, she kept clucking about God. And
I said, Jesus was a black man with a big fat cat.
someone get these yammering hens out of here.
no, fucking John Carden, who fucking killed, by the way.
Yeah, he did.
It's so funny. Told this joke and this true story about these fucking emus. So,
Oh, yeah.
did you know that emus have won a war?
Yeah, against
yeah.
In Australia, against the
yeah.
Australian army.
Yeah.
He was they got overrun by emus.
Yeah.
And they brought in the fucking military. They fired off 100,000 rounds and they killed 10 emus.
Yeah.
And they fucking just went,
Never
Sorry,
mind.
it's their land now. Like, they just left.
Yeah. Dude, were you still in the Midwest whenever a bunch of people thought like having ostrich farms and emu farms was going to be like their next way of becoming
No,
millionaires?
I was gone by then.
Dude, I was like just old enough that I've like known a couple of different people through people that you're like, yeah, that's one of those guys that like fell for the emu scheme in like the mid 2000s where they all thought like, yeah, I'm going to get an emu and their meat's worth more and you can sell their eggs for a lot of money. And they like sell all their cattle and buy a bunch of emus. And now like 20 years later, you're just like, there's a fucking emu in that guy's yard. And it's like, yeah, that's Dale.
They're just dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Those things are terrifying.
And they're mean.
They're massive.
And
Yeah.
they actually
And they're
look
mean.
like when you look at one, it looks like it's thinking. And I don't like that. I don't like
Yeah.
a bird that can think. Right? Like crows.
We know.
I don't like it whenever these hens start having opinions and talking about stuff.
No,
They
like,
think they need rides.
it's like crows. Crows are smart. And they hold grudges.
Yes, that they
Yeah.
do.
They hold grudges.
They
and-
also, if you feed them every day, they will start bringing shit to you. Have you heard those stories?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's like, that's fucking cool, but I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Dude, birds will fuck you up, you know?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, well, because was it pigeons or crows in New York that used to go or they like found out they would go and they would put nuts in the road that were like still in the shells for the cars to drive over?
Crows. Those are
And then
crows,
they
yeah.
would come back down and collect the fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, they're super smart, yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, what?
There was a story about this guy that like kicked a fucking crow. It's so like every time he went outside, groups of crows would attack him.
Yeah.
And then he moved across the country
Yeah.
because it was so bad.
Yeah.
And the crows there started fucking with him,
Yeah.
which means they have
they
like a
talk.
hive mind or some shit.
Yeah.
Like they can communicate with it like, hey, this guy's blacklisted. It's on site.
Yeah, there was a story about a guy who he was feeding the crows every day, and then he drove like he drove to like his mother's house, which was like 200 miles away.
Yeah.
And he dropped something out of his car. It was like his wedding ring or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the next day when he got home, he found it like on his back porch, like on the table.
Damn.
And one of the
That's
crows
crazy.
dropped it off. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
Maybe I should befriend a crow.
Yeah.
I've
I lose a lot of shit.
I've thought about that so much because
Yeah.
when I lived at my parents' house, there was always crows in the backyard.
You do feel like a guy that would get too into being friends with birds.
I know.
like like the fucking pigeon lady in Home Alone 2. That's just living on a roof in New York with a big bird cage.
Wearing all black.
Yeah, it's like he's
Black
li-
like a
living
black
in the
feather
cage with
jacket.
the
Yeah.
birds.
He's like, I am the claw man now. Yeah.
Like or like you know the king in John Wick, the homeless
Yeah,
king.
yeah.
Like it's like if you ordered the homeless king off Wish, Matt shows up with his bird. He's like, I have spies everywhere.
We will pick your pockets. Yeah. Yeah, well, isn't that a mythology thing? That like Odin
Yeah, Odin had
crows.
I'm pretty sure it's crows. Yeah, he had
Yeah, crows
Sunan
were-
and Hunan. I
Yeah.
think.
So like crows would go out and like tell him shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
he could
really?
like he
Yeah.
could see through their eyes,
Yeah.
which is a pretty sick power.
Yeah.
That's
which
pretty
is
cool.
which is also why getting some nerd shit. In the first Avengers movie, whenever Loki and Thor are fighting on Earth for the first time, you see two crows
Yeah,
for like
yeah.
a split second.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
saying
it's just a little Easter egg.
It's supposed to be like, oh yeah, Odin's watching and being like, what's going down, dude?
This is great. I love watching my kids
Yeah.
try to kill each other.
Look at these dickheads.
Dude, yeah, you know, all he used to do was watch violence and use those crows to look in girls' fucking rooms.
Yeah. He's like, dude, Earth has fat tits.
He was like, I should know. I created it. Imagine creating something just to get your rocks off.
Yeah, just
That's crazy.
Just be like,
Oh,
that,
yeah.
this one's gonna have D's. Yeah, what about you? Did you have a worse job? Bring it back.
I've had a ton of jobs too, but nothing like that. I'd say my worst job was like I would always work in like the CVS, all the remember Wallbound? I don't know if you guys had Wallbounds where you were. It's a supermarket.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have a lot of jobs where I worked for like 3 hours and I would just leave and never show up, never come back again. I did that with like Toys R Us.
I could never.
Toys R Us.
Yeah, do you remember Toys R Us?
I
No,
can't
you're
believe.
too young. Yeah.
No, I remember Toys R Us. We got to go to Toys R Us once a year, right before
To
Christmas.
look around.
Right before Christmas, and we got to pick each other out gifts. Me and my brother.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
So like we'd go. One of us would go with mom. One would go with dad. We'd walk around, say the stuff that we liked, and then we'd switch. And
Oh,
then,
that's cool. That's
and then
pretty
they'd be
cool.
like, "Oh, hey, like this is some of the stuff he's looking at," and you like got to like pick out.
How did you grow up to be such a piece of shit?
Well,
How did you grow up to be a monster? Like,
because now I don't have a brother anymore. So
Time out.
wow.
I need to know if you're serious.
what do you think this tattoo's for?
I thought it was for like one of your dead uncles or something.
Yeah. You think I have my last name on me like
I
a
don't-
fucking dirtbag?
Well, you're from the Midwest, and for sure white trash.
It'd be across
so
my
yeah.
back, dude, like a football jersey. All right. Anyways, back to you working at Toys R Us. That's terrifying.
Yeah, we can cut this part out. Do you remember the story? So you really didn't know that his brother was dead? Or you did? Or you just joking?
No, I didn't. I had no
Oh,
idea.
yeah. So you remember that knife story? It had something to do with that.
Oh, okay. That makes sense now. I'm not going to keep going. But
Yeah. No.
Way to
I
fucking...
tried to move on, but
Way to
Matt
bring
was
the
like-
pod down.
Matt was like, "Let's circle."
You could have told me
stay
that on the way home.
Oh, yeah, I could have.
I forget when I say things, everybody can hear them.
What are inside thoughts?
Wait, time. I got to write that down.
What are inside thoughts? You
No,
gotta write
what he
that down?
said. I forget when I say things, everyone can hear them. To go with my, I didn't know people could react.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's cut that section out, JP.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah.
I made the joke.
I'm not sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, we're good.
Dude, I'm going to make him feel so bad about it on the way home. Dude, I'm going to be like, I'm going to tell you to your face right now what I'm going to say. And it's still going to bother you later. I'm like, you know that Eric likes you a little less now, right? I'm like the Larry Bird of being mean. I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to do it and it's going to work. Dude, those are some of my favorite videos to watch on YouTube. Is just old videos of like good basketball players talking about how mean Larry Bird was.
Oh,
to
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
Look,
Oh, yeah.
he would tell me he was going to cross me over, pump fake, step back, drain it in my face, and then he would do it.
Yeah.
Or even the Michael Jordan ones.
Oh
They're
yeah.
like, oh yeah, he looked at me. I looked at him the wrong way.
Yeah.
And then he won a championship.
Yeah.
And I took that personally.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys watch the Jordan doc?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't remember it, but I
Where-
watched it.
Yeah, we're like, he was like, yeah, this guy was like talking shit and said something to me, and then it cuts right over to that guy, and he's like, I never said anything to him. He was like creating vendettas
he was-
in his head of just being like, this motherfucker's talking shit.
Dude, there was one of my favorite Larry Bird stories. I can't remember who the guy was, but there was a dude that played in college where Larry Bird played.
Yeah.
And broke all of Larry's scoring records.
Yeah.
So then they were playing
Bad
each other.
move, Bubba.
Yeah, he walks up and he goes, Larry walks up and he goes, so you're the one that broke all my records back there, huh? And he goes, yeah. He goes, I got something for you tonight.
And then he dropped
He goes,
75.
yeah, he dropped 50, and in the fourth quarter, he only shot with his left hand. I was like, I wish I was that good at anything. I could do something like that.
Dude, it's literally the best thing is like just like that. It's kind of like McGregor was that way whenever he was young in fighting.
Yeah.
Is that he would tell guys how he was gonna knock them out and like in what round.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
it
he
would
just
get fucking most of the time.
yeah,
he was
and
right.
you're like, fuck, dude. And then he started doing coke and things
yeah,
went
he's not a true
downhill.
champ. He's not the GOAT like John Jones, bro.
Yeah.
John
Yeah.
could go on a bender,
Yeah.
fight the next day, and still knock somebody out.
And then he would tell the guy about it. He's like, yeah, I beat your ass on coke. And you're like, fucking hell, dude.
So this is a good time on the sports theme. My news story of the week that I read.
Yeah.
So I gotta get this out so I can read the name correct. So the NFL just finally is going to allow NFL players to play flag football in the Olympics.
Oof. We're gonna dominate. Dude.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for
We're
sure.
gonna crush.
But so now this dude, Daryl Hoosh Doucette, right? He is the current quarterback for the U.S. national flag football team.
Is he the guy that made the thing a little while back talking about how like
Yeah, he said
he's better than NFL players or
Yeah,
whatever?
he was like they shouldn't think they're just gonna come in and take over and be able to play because they didn't help grow this game. And I was like, nobody would even know what flag football is if they didn't play that game, you know?
Yeah, I thought flag football stopped at fucking age 12.
And then listen to this. He's 5'7", 169 pounds.
Wow.
Sir.
Yeah. Also, where I grew up, flag football was gay. We played tackle football without equipment.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, no one plays flag football.
Flag football kind of got popular.
Once the CTE.
No, it got popular in college for intramural sports.
Yeah.
Because not everybody could play football in college, so it was a way, and they can't sanction fucking padded games with non-football players.
Yeah.
So that's how it got big there.
And then you'd play against ladies.
Yeah. But dude, also they call him Hoosh, and it's like he said it was because one of his uncles said he looked like TJ Houshmandzadeh, who was a wide receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Right?
Yeah. And I was like, you can't be like, hey, you didn't grow the game that I'm trying to play, and then have your nickname be off of an NFL wide receiver who's better at everything than you.
You also can't be 5'7" and 165
Yeah.
and talk shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, I saw a video of him. Dude, he looks like that kid you wouldn't pick on the playground to play quarterback. He's like spinning in circles, looks uncoordinated as fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, man.
Yeah.
yeah, I saw a post about the projected lineup for the flag football team. It was like Jalen Hurts as
Jesus
quarterback.
Dude, imagine, so you've got Jalen Hurts, Tyreek Hill,
Yep.
right?
He was in there.
Who's the wide receiver for the Bengals?
Chase. It was Jamar Chase.
Jamar
was on there.
Chase.
Yeah.
And the Vikings,
Tight end,
Justin
Hockenson.
Jefferson.
Oh,
Jefferson?
yeah.
Dude, could you imagine them walking up against Team Korea? Like,
Oh, very bad.
can't even reach the flag.
then-
No.
And then every game, Justin Jefferson would be like, they had a lot of heart.
Yeah. Dude, it's going to be like, what was it, the Dream Team in the 90s?
Oh, yeah.
Whenever, like,
They just dominated.
they dominate, and then the other team comes over and they're like, will you sign stuff for us? And they're like, yeah, man, no big deal. I'm like, yeah, absolutely, dude. They're like all dapping them up, and they're like, see you later, guys. Thanks for coming out and hanging out.
And then imagine defense. Look at TJ Watt.
Jesus
Just fucking like
Christ.
6'6",
God.
280 pounds of shredded muscle.
Christ.
Also, imagine who the coach is of the flag football team, because I feel like that guy's a bitch.
Or it's like Bill Belichick.
That Bill Belichick's going to replace the guy that's currently doing it. Because the guy that's currently doing it is going to be like, I'm going to show you boys how to really do it. And
It's
they're
probably
gonna be
that
like,
quarterback. He's also the head coach.
They're going to be like, all right, buddy. And they're going to pat his head and be like, Belichick, stop fucking that 20-year-old for a minute.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
great. He got 24.
Congratulations, he's engaged now.
What
Yeah.
a pimp.
Yeah.
What a
That's
pimp, dude.
crazy. That's
Well, you know what's even crazier? The Raiders owner was like, did you see what he said? He's like, oh, she didn't know I was a billionaire when I first met her. She was into me for my personality. No, I didn't know. He said my smile.
Well,
This is the guy who has the bowl. He has a bowl cut.
Yeah.
there is a chance that she was just like, oh yeah, I was talking to my grandfather and one of his friends stopped by. I was being nice to him. Then his billfold fell out of his pocket and 100 scattered the floor. And she's like, you got a great smile. You want to see what mine does? Yeah, dude,
Also,
shout out the gold diggers, dude. Fucking putting in overtime. Fucking these old guys.
Yeah. You deserve it.
Yeah.
You
dude,
really do.
No
Yeah,
one's,
but I don't
no
think
one's
I-
mad at it.
I don't think a lot of them are fucking them though.
They are.
You think so?
Yeah, there's
Those
no
those
chance
old guys aren't going to
they're
stay
not
with them
getting
if they're
fucked.
not fucking them.
Yeah.
Because if not, why wouldn't they just be with some other old raggedy bitch?
Because the chick is smoking hot.
Well, yeah, but if you're not getting to do anything with that shit,
Yeah,
what's the point?
maybe they just play with titties and stuff. I don't know.
Bro.
Rose Sparks.
This is getting sad.
I just can't imagine a 75-year-old guy being able to get hard.
Oh.
It's called Blue Chew.
Yeah, that's
And
fair.
Viagra. They solved this problem in the 90s.
Okay.
If you can't get hard, that's your problem.
Wow. And he said I was mean last episode. Or was that this episode? Was that this episode where
I
I was mean?
wasn't it directing it
Yeah,
at
I
him.
didn't think he was directing that towards
But
me.
if you want to do that, that's on you. You got to ride home with him later.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was meant. Eric's mean. But he has that smile. That's how he gets out of it
I'm
every
a jolly
time.
little fat boy. No, I didn't.
You're a sweet boy.
I was not directing that. I was just saying, in general, there's so many things. You go into gas stations, get horny goat weed, dude. Fucking. You ever see that?
I'm just appalled that you would say that to Matt.
I think Brent's acting like the this episode.
Oh, he's trying to get you on his side.
I see what's happening.
You see? He's a master of manipulation.
You just did it too. What are you talking about? You both just did it. What are you talking about?
I was so nice to you earlier today.
See what's happening?
When has Eric ever been nice to you for 45 minutes straight?
He was. Please leave me alone.
He's like, I'm the, just stop.
I don't like it whenever you guys fight.
All I know is that you guys are going to manipulate me into doing something heinous if I let this keep going. Leave me the fuck alone.
I can't wait.
Is there going to be a bald eagle?
It's going to be a homeless man on a bicycle that looks familiar.
There was a story the
Well.
other day that a fucking bald eagle snatched somebody's little dog out of the backyard. It's like, oh no. Did that dog get deported? Those eagles working for ICE now. They got little vests. It was a Chihuahua, so.
It all fits. Dude, I had an aunt that lived in Alaska for a long time, and she was like, yeah, you can't have a dog under 50 pounds here because the eagles are too big, and they'll pick up any dog under 50 pounds and just take it away, and you'll never see it again.
You're like, can you bring your dog in at the airport?
Yeah.
Because if you can, you can't have it in Alaska.
Yeah.
What's a bird that's almost as big as an eagle, or maybe even
Vulture.
Yeah, so there's
not vulture. I'm talking about
So there's golden eagles that live in I think it's golden eagles. He doesn't know. I think they're golden eagles that live in Alaska, and they're like 2 times the size of a bald eagle.
So I don't know. I just saw this video on Facebook where these birds. I don't know. Maybe it was a golden eagle. I don't know. They pick up goats and then they drop them onto off a cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in like Iceland
kill 'em?
or something.
Yeah, and then they
Yeah.
go swoop down and grab it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
Again, I don't like it when birds can think.
Yeah, whenever they're planning and they're like, got his ass.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
literally, that bird could pick up that flag football dude, that quarterback. Like, you can't talk shit if a golden eagle.
and we're full circle. Oh man.
Hit my flags. I'm so Just crushes him on the rocks. Goes down and pecks his eyes out.
He drops him down the stairs of the fucking stadium.
Dude, drops him through the
How
field goal.
horrifying would you be? Dude, you're sitting in a football stadium. A bird swoops in, snatches a player, flies up 100 yards, and drops him. Just kills him in the middle of the field. Like,
Oh, but to be fair, we would be hysterically laughing if that happened at the stadium. Would you not be hysterically laughing?
Oh, I would be laughing as the bird was flying up,
Yeah.
and then as the dude was falling, I'd be like, "Oh no!" Fuck it, and I'd be terrified. And then right after he hit, I'd be like,
Brent's like, I gotta do CPR on that guy. You see the way their legs look? There's no CPR in that back.
Your wife
it's not like a blow-up doll. You can't like blow in their mouth and their
Yeah.
limbs just straighten back out. Chest re-expands.
and then your wife nudges you. Why are they doing CPR on that guy? He's
Yeah.
dead.
Have you seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
It's been a long
Yeah.
time.
At the end, when he gets run over by the steamroller and he goes all flat, and then they plug a air hose in and he pumps
Yeah.
back up. That's not how it works in real life. You can't
No.
do that.
Yeah.
You could try, though.
Where'd you plug it in at?
Plug what in?
The air pump.
The air pump? Well, you're usually in somebody's yard when somebody jumps.
This
Or,
fucking guy.
what?
Are you saying that to me or him?
No, him.
Okay, yeah.
No, he was talking about a body part.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, the air pump? You would literally plug that into the wall. Like, wherever you can find an outlet. And I said it wouldn't work, but you could try. Like, if you wanted to try, you would need like a shop vac and put it on reverse and just fucking stuff that in their fucking mouth and
Yeah.
turn it on.
He might be the other this episode.
I don't care. Let's talk about gross shit. If I'm already the let's talk about paramedic stories.
So anyways, there was this baby.
So anyway, I was rolling up on this dude that jumped off the 183 interchange next to 35. We saw that dude. We saw in the call text that somebody jumped off the 183 interchange right at I-35, the one that's like super
So
fucking high.
Yeah.
We were going lights and sirens. We saw that pop up. We were like, boop. Yeah, we'll slow down a little bit. We don't need to cause an accident. Because he did.
Yeah. I almost ran over a guy on 135 one night. At like 1 a.m. Some fucking homeless crackhead was just walking down the fucking highway. And I was like, there's 14 lanes of traffic. I was so angry. I was on the phone with my parents. And I was just like talking to him. And I just go, what are they stupid motherfucking homeless pieces of shit? And my mom just goes, oh, did something happen? And I was like, yeah, lost my shit for a second. That was on me.
Oh, when I was just driving home on Long Island, and car in front of me ran over a guy, pulled off to the side, and then I was like, oh, yeah, that guy's dead.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. I think you were like,
I thought it was going to forget it. I thought it was going to be a better story. So I was trying to...
you just looked evil. You were like, it was bad. It was
I was trying to
fucking
give a little more
awesome.
charisma to the story.
But I was happy about it.
Wait, was that you giving me the Riz? Is that what that was? Give me your Riz face. You look like a fucking puppet. The fucking eyebrows go up and down.
Yeah.
I don't know. That wasn't funny.
It's just because the man's hand is up his ass, that's all.
How would he know it's a man's hand? He wouldn't be able to see it.
That's a good point.
I mean,
might be the man whispering in my ear.
You can't turn your head far enough back to see.
With a system of mirrors and pulleys.
He pulls out one of those selfie sticks, like, oh shit! Is that a fist?
Did you guys ever roll up on an accident, like as a kid, like whenever you're like in high school?
No, I was in an accident in high school.
Well, yeah, but
I'm trying
like,
to remember if I've seen a bad one. I saw in my early 20s. I saw a few bad ones.
see, I have never like rolled up on a bad one, but I was coming home from some friends' houses one night, and it was like 1 a.m. and I'm coming down this gravel road because they live like way fucking out in bumfuck nowhere. I come around this corner and there's just this fucking Chevy Impala in the ditch, completely sideways to the road, and the wheels are still spinning full fucking clip. And I was like, fuck me. Somebody's dead in this car and their foot is just on the fucking throttle. So like I throw the truck in park, go sprinting up there, rip the door open to just see a chick that's whacked out on drugs, completely with it. And she just goes, ah! And I was like, then I was freaked out because I expected to see somebody like slumped over a steering wheel, but she was just sitting there like this, like doo, 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 doo. And I was like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "I ran off the road." And I was like, "Yep, got that part, figured that out." And it was a pretty straight stretch of road that she turned off on. And I was like, all right. So I was like, hey. So I called the cops and shit. And I was like, hey, there's a lady fucking. Well, actually, I called my parents. Because I was like, hey, there's a lady out here, blah, blah, blah. She's like ran off the road, blah, 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 whatever. And my mom's like, all right, like I'll call the police. Because I called my mom, like as soon as I saw the vehicle. Because I was like, fuck, who knows what I'm going to like run up on. So I like called my mom. I was like, hey, call 911. This is where I'm at. Whatever. So I run out, and then I'm looking at her. I'm like, okay, there's nothing wrong with this bitch. She's just still holding the throttle down. This bitch is on drugs. Well, so then she was like, I need pulled out. And I was like, all right. So I called one of my buddies that was at the party, and he's like, all right, we'll come down in the truck. We'll pull her out. Like, no big deal, whatever. Well, and then she had called somebody, too. And this, like, old, very fucking sketchy dude shows up. And he's like, look, we've all been drinking tonight. There ain't no reason to get the law involved. Let's just get her out and let's all get home. And I was like, well, we're all sober. But you guys have definitely been doing drugs. And my buddies show up and I was like, hey, I don't think we should pull this lady out. Maybe you guys should leave. And then the guy was like, all right, so you're going to pull her out. And they were just like, I don't know what to do. We're going to pull this lady out. So they're pulling her out, and she's like, yeah, no, the dude says to her friend that came up was like, what the fuck is wrong with your steering? And she's like, yeah, I never got the power steering fixed. And I was like, somehow this lady with no power steering on a straight road is so fucked up, she ended up sideways into a fucking tree. So we pull her out, and she takes off down the road, and the guy's like, hey, like, throws my buddy $100, is like, thanks, appreciate it, whatever. We all leave. I get back to my parents' house, and the police call me, and they're like, hey, did you, like, call in an accident? And I was like, yeah, kind of, whatever. And I was like, yeah, the lady was, like, in the ditch. We pulled her out. And he's like, you're not supposed to do that. And I was like, okay.
I'm 17.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a child. Like, I was like, okay. And he's like, who was she? And I was like, I don't know. And they were like, we're gonna need to come talk to you. And I was hung up. I was like, eat shit. I'm not getting in trouble for this. And I just never heard anything about it again. Because it was like 2 hours after. I was like, there's 3 cops in our town, 2,000 people. What the fuck were you doing?
Figure it out.
How the fuck did you not get 5 miles down a gravel road?
Go take some fucking tire tracks, guys.
I fucking eat shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, once I was on the Bell Parkway in New York, and there was a road coming onto the highway. It was like another highway that was merging on, and I guess it wound up being a dog running across on that side, and some chick just completely sideways hops the fucking the rail and then smashes into the car in front. Maybe it was 2 cars in front of me. Smashes into that car, then hits the fucking median, bounces back. I just miss her, and then I pulled over. I get out, and I was like, "Oh, she's dead." She has blood coming out of her nose and her ears.
Yeah.
And then some guy comes in and he said he's an EMT and he holds her neck up and I was like, yeah, I think she's dead. And he's like, no, she was just talking. I was like, I didn't witness that. And then she wakes up. Like she went like in and out.
Jesus.
And she was like, and then I was like, oh, are you okay? Like, are you in a car? Blah, blah, blah. And then people, this is how fucked up people in New York are.
Yeah.
They just drive around her.
Yeah.
If no one gets out and stops, everyone's just, we got to get to where we got to go.
Yeah.
And then, so I block the lane that was open.
Yeah.
And then the fire department comes and they're like, yeah, you need to leave. It's like, I just...
Oh my goddamn hero.
Yeah, I was like, I call 911.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, that was my bad fucking...
Yeah.
I got a story for you. This is a medic story. And I don't think I've told you guys this one yet.
So there's 14 dead.
No, it wasn't that many.
I'm in the Uvalde Elementary School.
I was thinking this. I was going to say school shooting too.
No, so we're, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning on Halloween night. We get this call for an overturned car in the ditch.
Yeah.
There was a car accident. And it's out in like Laga Vista. So there's deep ditches, no lights anywhere.
Yeah.
And we find this car. This dude was in his BMW, and the cops factored that he probably left the road at like 130.
Jesus.
And the car, like while it was in the air, flipped upside down and then landed, so it like crushed the car down, right?
Fuck.
So, not funny yet. So then,
Real story.
we start like getting down into the car, and I have to like lean down and shine my flashlight in to see the driver's seat. And the driver is sitting there. His knees are like he's sitting here with his feet down, like you'd normally sit in a driver's seat, but his head is touching the shifter knob. He's like snapped over in half. Still not funny. But when I see this and I look, this dude was dressed up as a zombie. I couldn't help it. I was like, holy fuck!
That was fast.
He's already ready to go. This is insane. Yeah. And so what's crazy is, so he obviously passed away. There was another girl in the back seat that passed away.
Yeah.
And then there was a girl that was alive right behind him in the passenger seat. And then we got a phone call for somebody that had been in a car accident.
Yeah.
And it was like half a mile up the road. I was like, that's fucking weird. We get there, and this lady who was in that car. She was in the passenger seat. She was totally fine. She had a bump on her forehead. That was it. She got out of the car, couldn't see anything, couldn't find her phone, hiked up the ditch, walked home, which was half a mile away.
Holy
called 911.
fuck.
She was totally fine. And I had to take that lady to the hospital, and her husband was the one driving.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And her friend in the back seat that passed away, her kids were at her house.
Oh my god.
Like they were babysitting. Well, yeah. That was a tough one at the end. I kind of brought the mood down, but you already decided
Yeah,
that was
you
the
definitely-
so
All right.
I don't
yeah,
care.
that's
Right?
that
Right?
was
But
some shit.
That's
Jesus
a little
Christ.
that's a little glimpse into the life, okay? That was sad.
Yeah.
But he was dressed up as a zombie, which was
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
Whenever you tell that on stage, into the zombie part. He was a zombie, totally fine. It was
Yeah,
completely
also leave the
okay.
part out where you said his head is over here because his body was cut in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can completely leave that part out.
No, that part's gotta stay in.
Also, I want before we end this, this is the end. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
Have you watched the new season?
The new. Okay, maybe I haven't seen this.
The HBO Max or the Max show.
This is the end. I thought that was the
The End of
Jonah-
Us?
The End of Us. Yeah.
The Last of Us.
Come on.
Probably the last. I've never seen it, so I don't know.
You're talking about The Last of Us with Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, The Last of Us.
The Last of Us. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the end. Is the Jonah Hill? The world
Oh, yeah.
ends,
Oh yeah.
and
No,
it's a bunch of celebrities partying in a basement.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
have you seen that one, The Last of Us?
Yeah, I've seen the first season. It's good.
So the second season, second episode, Joel dies.
All right. Well, you're a piece of shit.
That's a real move, bro.
Yeah, you know what? You're the
Yeah.
All right.
I just got saved.
Yeah.
That was, dude.
Yeah.
Every
How
time.
is it that he does all this shit and then you're the fucking the end? Matt's the eat shit, plug your stuff. You ass fucking dirtbag.
I made that up, pal.
You didn't. You want?
How do you know? How do you know I made that? I didn't make
Because
that
there's
up.
enough stuff on the internet.
So you already knew.
I assume
Yeah,
that's what
but all
happened.
the people watching might not.
No,
Yeah.
they've all seen it. Yeah.
How do you know? They've all seen it.
That everyone's seen the show when there's a million things to watch. Plug your shit.
First of all, you're not gonna fucking
Plug
talk
your
to me.
shit,
You're
you
not gonna
fucking-
talk to me like that, you fat
ass-
jerk off.
You ass motherfucker.
Fat jerk off.
Dude, I thought you were odd up, dude, today. And then Matt does that.
Dude, I'm the comeback king.
Well, I want to bring up something that pissed me off about the episode, about the fucking series.
Yeah, but I
do
told
that.
you I
do
hadn't
that
seen the second
off
season.
camera.
Yeah, but you didn't say you were gonna watch it.
If I watched the first, all right, look, Eric Biggs Comedy on Instagram. Find all my other projects there. Go check out Birthday Boys. These assholes have been on it. He doesn't give any spoilers on that. Yeah, like and subscribe to this. Brent, what do you have coming up?
I got I'm doing a nice little run in July.
Hell yeah.
Not anywhere in this area. Hitting Oklahoma, Kansas, Colorado, New Mexico.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm getting a show. I got my first show in at the Vulcan
Fuck yeah.
in July.
Hell
So
yeah.
that'll be exciting. It'll be fun. My boy Ernest Evans Sr. Props to him for telling me on that.
Yeah, I'm also doing a show with Ernest Evans at Sunset Strip. I think on the 11th. What month is it now?
May.
May. I think it's June. I think it's June 12th, but it'll be on my Instagram.
Hell yeah.
Matt, what do you got? I'm gonna let you fucking plug.
Oh, you're
your
gonna
shit.
let me plug?
You know what, JP, end it. Fucking end it. This ass motherfucker.
Now I want to fight you now.
Why? Because you did something wrong?
No, because the
Because-
way you reacted.
No, dude. There's couth
Couth?
and rules
Couth?
to doing shit on the internet.
That's not a fucking word.
Comeback king.
Couth?
Comeback king.
Yeah, you have no couth.
2 for 2.
We have 2 minutes. You can plug your shit or we can end it now.
Couth.
In the episode.
No, we have 2 minutes.
episode.
No.
No, fuck you. Fucking, I'm going to spoil one of the big shows that everyone's watching right now.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah. All right.
Yeah, deal with it, cocksuckers.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Matt Butera comedy. Yeah.
Cut it all out.